Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Samira. If you are seeing my tutorial for the first time, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back guys. Thank you so much for always stopping by to watch my tutorials. So today I'll be sharing with you guys how I made this stylish dress, elegant dress, very simple party dress that you can wear to any occasion of your choice. And I'm using 2.5 years of this Duchess fabric to achieve this style. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can share, like, comment, let me know what you think about this tutorial and your favorite part of this tutorial. So if this is something you like watching, please keep on watching and let's dive in. Yes, this is my 2.5 years of Duchess fabric that I'm using to achieve this style. So I'll be showing you guys how I'll be folding my material. So I'll be changing so many things from the cover picture. So mine is going to have sleeve, and I'm not going to add bustier on it also guys. I'm done folding my fabric, so this is the first part, that is the front part. This is where I'm going to start my measurement first from. Okay, so I'll be measuring my width, which is by 12 inches. So I folded my fabric by 12 inches. So I'll just go ahead now to mark my half length, and my half length is by 15 inches. So why I'm marking 15 inches, because of my body size, and you can go more than that if you are bigger than me. So mine is 15 inches for my half length. Okay, so I'm through with my half length. So I'll be marking my shoulder. You can see the way I'm placing my tape. So I'm measuring 16 inches for my shoulder. So that's my shoulder, which is by 16 inches. Alright, so I'll use my ruler to connect the marks now. So my fabric is kind of soft, so I'll go ahead now to mark my chest line by 8 inches. So I'm through with my chest line measurement, so I'll be using my ruler now to connect the lines together for my chest line point. Okay, so you can see the way I'm playing with my chalk now. So just keep on watching guys. So I'm through with that. So right now I'll be measuring my bust, and my bust is around my chest line area. So I'm marking 36 inches and the 1.5 inch for my allowance that I'm going to use to sew my fabric. Okay, so I'll mark 2 inches to curve my armhole, which is close to my bust area also. So I'm using my ruler to give a curve for my armhole area guys. So don't forget I marked 2 inches for that to cover my armhole. So on my half length area, so that's where I'm going to mark 28 inches for my waist. Then I'm going to also add 2 inches for my sewing allowance. So from my shoulder to my hip length is by 24 inches. So that's my hip length, which is by 24 inches. So you can see the way I'm placing my tape. So I measured from my shoulder to my hip length is by 24 inches. So I'm connecting it now. Okay, on my hip line I'll be marking 39 inches for my hip measurement. So that's what I'm measuring now. So I'm marking 39 inches. Then I'm going to add 1.5 inch for my allowance that I'm going to use to sew it together. So I'll just go ahead now to connect the lines to. So I'm connecting the marks together. So after connecting it, I'll go ahead now to also take the length of my dress, because I've not taken the length of my dress. So I'm still connecting the marks together. Guys, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, you can just subscribe now by clicking the red button under my video to subscribe. So this is my full length measurement now. It's by 57 inches. So I'll keep on marking it 57 inches for my full length of my dress. My dress is very beautiful, and it's kind of different from the cover picture because the cover picture is armless. So right now I'll be marking my neck by 3 inches. So I'm going to go down by 7 inches because it's going to have V shape in the front. Alright, so I'll use my ruler to connect the 7 inches I just marked now for the depth of my front neckline. So I'll go ahead now to mark my back neck. I'll go down by 1.5 inch. So I'll use my chalk to give a small curve for that. So right now I'll be sloping my shoulder by 1 inch. Then I'm going to also use my ruler to slope it down a bit. So you can see how the style is forming out. So we are taking the measurements, and I hope you are taking note of the measurement that we are taking. So I'll just go ahead now to cut. So like I said, mine is kind of different from the cover picture because I'm going to add sleeve to my dress, and the neckline is the same thing, and I'm not going to add any bustier on it because the cover picture it has bustier, but I'm not adding bustier, but everything is the same thing. And don't forget, I'm using 2.5 yards of endorses fabric to achieve this style that I'm making today. Please sit around, just keep on watching this video to the end so that you'll be able to see what you are going to achieve out of this tutorial that we are making today. And if there's any part that you don't understand from this sewing tutorial, please let me know in the comment section. Just drop it there. I'm going to respond to your questions, and if you want a particular style that you want me to make as a sewing tutorial, you can also drop it in the comment section below. I'm going to make that for you. You are my sweethearts, guys. Just keep on watching, and don't forget to share this video with your loved ones, your friends. Please also ask them to also watch my tutorials down to the end, and you guys can also subscribe. So the edge of that is the hemline of my dress, so I'm going to also shape it. So guys, I'm using 34 inches to shape the hemline of my dress to make it look elegant. So it's a beautiful dress that we are making today. It's a unique style that you can wear to any occasion of your choice, especially if you are going to a wedding and a wambe party, housewarming. Very beautiful style that you can just wear out. It's a unique style. So, and the color is a nude color, very beautiful color. My camera, it has changed everything. I'm so sorry about that. Just keep on watching, and please, you can follow the explanation so you are going to get it when making your own. My dress is very beautiful, so I want you to keep on watching because I'm going to wear it out so that you can see how elegant it is on my body. So I'll be cutting the front neckline, and I'll be using the front to cut the back also. So I've laid my front fabric. I'm using 1 inches for the zipper allowance. Don't forget, I'm using the front to cut the back piece. I can see how unique it is. So why I did not take any measurement again is because I've already taken the measurement while we were cutting the front parts. So just keep on watching. I can see that the style is very simple to cut and sew. If only you can watch this particular video to the end. So this is the front neckline that I'm cutting at. So it's going to have V shape in front. You can see the way I'm placing my scissors so that it will not tamper with my fabric. So when cutting your own, please be careful so that your scissors will not tamper with your material. So just keep on watching to the end, guys. I've folded my fabric for my sleeve, so I'll just go ahead now to place my tape and start measuring my length, which is by 19 inches. So my sleeve length is by 19 inches. So I'll keep on marking it on both sides of my fabric. So that's the 19 inches for the length. So I'll go ahead now to mark just 1 inch for my armhole. Then I'm going to curve it as you can see me doing. So the width is by 8 inches. So I folded it by 8 inches. So I'm going to stitch the button. So I'm going to run a straight line on it. then I'm going to gather it a bit at the bottom of my sleeve, so that is the end of my sleeve is going to have small gather on it. So I'm going to also show you guys, I'm going to use a small fabric to pipe it to make it look neat, because I'm not going to add elastic on it, so I'm using my own fabric to do that. So I'll be teaching you guys also how to go about it when making your own. So my own dress has a sleeve compared to the cover picture, which does not have a sleeve on it. So this is the fabric I'll be using to pipe my fabric. Don't forget I folded it by 1 inch. Okay, so after this part I'm going to head over to stitch it together, then attach it to the sleeve that I'm making today. Okay, so I've joined my shoulders together, so I'll be marking my bust, and my bust is by 36 inches, so I'll keep on marking that for my bust, and my bust is by 36 inches. So that's the stitching allowance also that I'm going to use to stitch my fabric together. Don't forget we added 1.5 inch for the stitching allowance. So I'll also mark my waist. My waist is by 28 inches. So that's the 28 inches. So I also had my stitching allowance that I'm going to use to stitch my fabric together. So I'm going to also mark the same thing at the other side of my fabric. So don't forget I'm joining my material together, that is my dress together. So after these parts I will head over to stitch them together. So I'm going to shift my fabric a bit because my camera is not taking the hemline area. So this is for my hip measurement, so it's by 39 inches. So I'm going to also add my stitching allowance that I'm going to also use to stitch it together, 1.5 inch. So I'm going to also add the same thing at the other side of my dress that I'm making today. So let me shift it a bit so that you can see my hemline area. So I'm still trying to shift it so that you guys can see it. Alright, my camera is just changing everything about the color of my fabric, so I'm going to shape it by 34 inches. So that's the 34 inches that I'm using to shape it so that my dress can look elegant while wearing it. Okay, so that's the 34 inches that I'm using to shape my dress. So your own should look like this, and if you don't understand any part, so just watch this video again, so you're going to get it after watching it. So let's gather. So this is for the sleeve. You can see I've run a straight stitch on it. So this is how to gather it a bit, just for you to draw the thread, so it's going to gather. So I'm going to use this fabric to pipe it like this so that it will look neat. So I'm going to also attach it now to my dress so I can wear it out. So guys, this is the final look of my dress. You can see how simple but elegant as it is on my body. Very beautiful outfit that we just made now. 2.5 years of Duchess Five, that is what we used to achieve this style. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can share, you can comment, you can like, you can also turn on notification bell to get notified to see my next sewing tutorial. So we have come to the end of today's tutorial. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please keep a date with me next time. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.